This is the third page of the review. I didn't get to do it earlier. So 3 times 42 is 126. So I listed some numbers, 3 and 42, 2 and 63, and 7 and 18. So we have 3 plus 42, which gives you 45. That's not going to be it. 2 plus 63, which gives you 65. 7 plus 18, which gives you 25. So that's what we have. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and list the binomial factors, x plus 7 times x plus 18. And since we took out the 3, we're going to divide by 3. I decided to solve this by factoring. So we have 3x plus 7, and we have x plus 6 equals 0. You set each value equal to 0, so I'm going to go ahead and do it down here. So you have 3x plus 7 equals 0, x plus 6 equals 0, x equals, and you're going to subtract 6 from both sides, so it's going to be negative 6. Let me fix this. I don't know why I put parentheses. So you have 3x plus 7 equals 0, 3x equals negative 7 divided by 3. So your answer is negative 7 over 3, and your other answer is x equals negative 6. If you want to check, you can graph this and use Desmos to check for the answer. The function y equals negative 16t squared plus 422 models the height in feet of a stone t seconds after it's dropped from the edge of a vertical cliff. So here shows you the distance versus time. In other words, after so many seconds, the stone hit the ground, and that's what they're looking for. So I went ahead and typed this into Desmos. You got to fix the window. The y value has to go up to at least 400 feet. I would say 500 feet. And the time is short because it doesn't take that long for the stone to hit the ground. So the answer is it takes 5.136, because it says to the nearest hundredth, that's 100th, seconds for the stone to reach the ground, You'll have an open response, and this is one of them. Create a model of a quadratic equation that uses directrix, focus, vertex, max or min, axis symmetry. You must graph your equation and label all parts. So when you take the test, I would start by graphing your y-axis and your x-axis. You want the parabola to go to the origin. That's probably the easiest. You can label this as the vertex. You can also label this as your minimum point. What I would say is if you wanted to use an example, let's say this is 0, 5. So 0, 5, you would call that the focus. Now you know that the directrix has to be 5 units down. So for this example, you can say y equals negative 5, and that's your directrix. So you have your focus, your vertex, which is at the origin. You have your minimum point, you have your directrix. Now your axis of symmetry is the line that's going to divide this parabola into two parts that are congruent. So there is your axis of symmetry. Explain how to factor the following quadratics using the slip and divide method. Make sure to explain each step with sentences. So the first step is to multiply 15 times negative 4. So you have x squared plus 4x minus 60. So you're going to rewrite it with the product, you have negative 60. Next, you're going to find the factors of negative 16. So you have negative 60. And the two numbers that we're talking about are negative 6 times 10 or 6 times negative 10. Next, write the next two binomials, which are the factors. So you have x minus 6 and x plus 10. Since we took out the 15 initially, we're going to go ahead and divide by 15. Divide by 15. Next, we need to simplify. Notice that both have 5 and 3 in the denominators. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to move that number up that's in the denominator. So the factors that you have are 5x minus 3 and 3x plus 2. So you factored 15x squared plus 4x minus 4 using the slip and divide method.